Jewelry. Got, what do I got? Replace lobster clasp and then polish all of this. Granted, my polishing wheels, we need more polishing wheels. That's gonna be frustrating. I think I have one more left, so we gotta put a brush on that. But let's replace this lobster clasp. This thing is busted and broken, you can see that. So let's grab one. That's a quick little simple fix. All right, let's get that size. Come on. There we go. Get something very similar to it. That should be about the size. That'll be perfect. Now I can do it on the laser, but I'm gonna do it on the torch. So let's cut this off. Let me try to zoom in. All right, let's cut this lobster claw off and we'll save the gold for stock. All right, snip, snip, and bendable by the thumb. Amazing, amazing. Now, 99% of the time, when you get a new lobster clasp and they have jump rings on them, they're not soldered or welded. So you just open it up and then put it on. Make sure it is facing the right way. Close this ring. You want it touching and round and perfect. Now what we're gonna do is drop the tweezers. Just grab it close, but not too close to where you need to solder it. And then post it up. Now this is what I do. I grab in some tweezers with some extra tweezers and then hold it with tweezers. I'm gonna get just a little bit of the alcohol going to protect it, catch it on fire. I have a little piece of solder right here. I'm just gonna use, I don't know if it's hard or easy, but let's cut it in half because we don't need that much. But it is yellow. And it doesn't really matter if it's hard or easy, but easy flows quicker, hard is a little bit stronger. But it's just a little jump ring on a lobster clasp, so it really doesn't matter. Now when you're working with other stuff, it does. Being mindful of if you're using easy, medium, or hard. I really never use medium. I just go with hard or easy and that's it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I know you're on your fast, but
Not today, but yes.
okay. Good, because I was gonna say I have some. I think I have some green tea bags that might help.
Oh, you told me. You gave me. I have a couple of them in the pink. Shoot, yeah.
Do you? Okay. And then also, I don't know about your stomach, but I have some of this
My stomach is good.
stomach ease tea as well too.
My stomach is good, but that thing that you gave me, I still have in my drawer.
Yeah, get some of that green tea because I think that'll help with a little bit of honey.
Absolutely. I forgot all about it. I'm gonna take it right now.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Gracias, señor.
De nada. All right, so let's heat this up. We got kind of a hot flame. Drop some solder on there. It's just about to melt. Ooh, that must be hard solder because it is not wanting to flow. There we go, we got it flowing. All right, so we're done with that. And then just dip it in the acid bath. There we go. Call it good. What are you doing? Right now I'm just repairing some jewelry. We have a little lobster clasp that we had to replace. And now, now I just gotta polish the whole thing and call it good. Cause it says replace lobster clasp and then polish it all. So, am I gonna polish it by hand? Nah, let's just bring it over to the buffer and I will bring you guys with. and this is how you can always tell if someone's actually a jeweler, and if they're a good one too, because if someone just does a little bit of jewelry, their fingers are going to be perfect. But if you look, fingers are always worn down. You always see like a little bit of blackness right there. And it's because we're always cutting ourselves, and polishing is some of these Instagram jewelers that wear the gloves and everything's all nice. Yeah, they might be professional jewelers, but they don't do that much work. That's for sure. Because when you have a whole bunch of jobs that you got to crank through and take care of customers because you're making that money, you don't got time for gloves here, making everything perfect. It's a dirty job, but it is what it is. So let me bring you guys to the buffer. This is really not exciting, and I would say probably turn your volume down a little bit because it gets loud. But I'll show you guys just buffing something right here. See, good, now I can scam some people with that knowledge. I don't know what you mean by scam some people with that knowledge. So now we can clip this together, throw it through the ultrasonic, but now it's all polished, no scratches, looks brand new and fixed. Now that person can enjoy their jewelry. I'll put it on for the cleaner for just a few minutes. Let's put you guys back up here, see what the next job is, or what I'm gonna do. Alright, so that's taken care of, I'm done. Easy. Alright, so the next one, solder 2 brace on shank under the heart polish. Ooh, okay. So a little tiny thin ring. Put that there. So it's a little nugget ring. And it's broken right there. Broken right here. Oh, and under right there, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Well, first let me go. Oh, it's got solder on it already. Okay. So hopefully they used hard solder. I'm gonna go in with easy solder. And then polish it, make it look brand new. Let me go clean it off real quick. I don't see my fingers. So first things first, let's get these gaps together. Get it touching again. It's close to touching as possible. That should be pretty decent. There we go. That's as close as we're gonna get that one. Bend this spring. Let's see if I can show you guys. Give us a look. Blow it up, dude. Where what?
That's Brittany bitch.
Don't say that, man. What about Brittany?
Oh, you put it in the front of the line.
Okay. What about it?
Nothing. I just need this fucking job done today too.
You got it. So repronging it and then doing the gold work on the side?
Yep.
Okay.
That is his knowledge ring. So if you can, please try to salvage the stone.
Oh yeah. Well, I gotta take the stone out to do the prong work.
Yeah.
So you got. Hey, did you order my polishing oils
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
tomorrow? Okay. And then we're probably gonna need a little bit of solder as well too. You got it. Alright. Let's see. So we're gonna try not to use too much solder on this. If you use too much solder, then you gotta clean up a lot. So, alright, so we got that. And that one's broken on that side, and then over here, so let's just clamp that down. Make sure there's downward pressure. And we're gonna use the same tip. Just a nice small flame, but get it really hot. So that way we don't have to spend too much time up in this ring. Just get it done, call it good. So add flux to allow the solder to flow. There we go. Got some water for hydration. And let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. There we go. That might be a little bit easier. So we got a hot flame, so we're gonna go in real quick. Heat the metal up. Add the solder, that one's done. Over here, same thing. Come on. There we go, fix that one. Minimal cleanup is needed. So that's done. All right. What is going on, Jojo? All right, so that's fixed. let's see here if I can show you guys. So we got, see, what side is it? Oh, it's right here. So we have that fixed right there. And then we got blackness underneath, so that's fine though. It gets dirty sometimes. Just means a little cleanup. That's not bad at all. So since we had to bend it a little bit, get the mandrel, put it back on the mandrel, see if it's straight, which it's not. There's a little bit of a gap right here and there. Just a little tap with the rawhide. Not to hit the heart. Oh, and see, this is also something that you gotta check out. So I did flow it, but there's a little crack right there on the other side. So even though the solder did flow, it didn't flow all the way completely, and that's no problem. So what we're gonna do is add the alcohol one more time, protect the metal from fire scale, and then grab that. Come on. Come on. Come on. See that? That's all right. So we're gonna do that. What's going on? Love the outdoors. Oh wait. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I stream my work from time to time. Not too frequently because some things are really complicated and it requires my full attention. But I got a lot of jobs here, so I'm just chugging through them. Some of the easy stuff and whatever comes my way. And I actually forgot my headphones today, so I can't listen to nothing. I just figured, oh well, let's do a live stream. All right, so now we have that flowed all the way again. So now that crack on the opposite side is taken care of. It's all rounded out. So right after you do that, it's real simple, it's easy. You just get a polishing wheel and take off all the scratches. What we are gonna do is grab one of our fine files, and this one is super fine, and just take off that little ridge so you don't see the overflow on solder. Get it flat and level. And now that's good. Now that's good. So let's get our polishing drum, or not polishing drum, sanding drum, not bad. Honestly, I don't know the names of a lot of tools and stuff. I say I need this, I need that. Actually, I do know the names of a lot of stuff, but I just don't care. Since I started working for this company and I don't do jewelry out of my house anymore, I haven't ordered anything for myself in a long time. I just say, hey, I need this, and then it gets ordered, which is kind of detrimental, but it's okay. Alright, so we're gonna get the scratches out of that, and then this requires a steady hand, but you want to keep at the same angle all the way around, because some rings have curved edges and some rings have flat edges, and this is a flat edge. So if I come at an angle, it's going to put an angle on there, and then you're going to see it and it's not going to look right. But come at a flat edge, spin the ring around, get all the scratches out of that. Same, keep it flat, spin it around, and then dedicate a little time towards your solder. Now, most of the time on the inside, if you're fixing a crack and it's not a super expensive piece of jewelry and thin, most of the time it's okay to not blend it in all the way. Usually customers don't mind because you leave more metal there and it'll be stronger and last longer. Some customers are really particular and they want it to look completely perfect, so then you say, no worries, I'll come in and take care of that. But now there's no scratches on it, it's ready for polish. little tiny thin nugget ring. So that's good. Save that one to the side. Let's see, this one needs to be done today. That one, let's see, we're gonna look at the dates. 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 31, 42, 30, 28. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh shoot. Alright, so I got the pendant all done. So I'm done with that. But this I gotta finish and set more diamonds on this bad boy. It's all tangled up. I hate this new style of Cuban. They're a pain in the butt, but it's what all the rappers want. I don't know why you'd spend so much money on something that gives you so many problems. Old school Cubans are perfect, and the reason why they became popular, because they're perfect. So we got that. All the diamonds on the side, diamond lock. And this one says due on the 20th. This guy needs it by Saturday. So I gotta get more diamonds in. But then he has a matching bracelet right here. So that's pretty cool. But this one's a pain in the butt. Gotta take care of that. So I think I will actually jump on Miss Brittany's and take care of that one next. So I'm gonna polish this ring and then jump on Miss Brittany's. So that's, and then we got some store stock job. So not bad at all. Oh shoot. Let me put this back. There we go. Alright, so those are done. Miss Brittany's will be next. This aquamarine ring. So it needs new tips on most of them. And then we have one prong. Yeah, we got one prong on this side that needs to be rebuilt. And then we have a diamond here and a missing diamond there. So I have to build up the metal right there. So I'm gonna be able to put a diamond in and then build the metal on top of that. But first I have to do the prong work by taking this aquamarine out. And then once I take that stone out, I can do the prong work and then do the diamond work here on the side with metal. And then I can cut the, not the channel, but cut the prong and reset that stone. So we'll get to it. Let me see, let me pull this stone out real quick. Come on, I don't want to break these tips even though they're weak. There we go. Stone came out real nice and simple like. All right. So this is dirty, and then I have to add metal to this side on that diamond as well too, because that diamond doesn't have much metal holding it in. And let me see if I got the gold already milled out. I should. And I think I have to make some more here soon. So I want to go with some thick stuff. Yeah, it's about the size. Perfect. So I am going to, so first things first, since we have the right size, what I'm gonna do is cut that prong off, because the other ones, I can add metal to the top of those prongs, but on this one I gotta cut that off, and then I'm gonna be able to solder on with hard solder a new prong. So we're gonna get over here with the flush cutters, cut that gold off. So now it has 3 prongs. All right, and then make it level with the sanding disc. All right. now there's a place for it to be soldered on. There we go. And then I gotta clean it because it is dirty. So you don't want to solder on dirty metal. The solder won't flow. So let me go steam this real quick. Now, let's play with some metal. So you cut some solder. Now we're going to use hard solder for the prong and easy solder for, let's see, should we use hard solder to retip this? No, that's super thin, so let's see. Actually, let me check to see how this stone is fitting. See if I could set it a little bit lower. If I could set it a little bit lower, then that'll help. No, that is as low as it will go. Let's see, so I'm really just trying to reinforce those. Those look good. All right, so I'm gonna use easy solder. Let's see, put that stone right over there. So I'm gonna use easy solder to put on top, hard solder for the prong. Put that to the side. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Game plan. All right. There we go. All right, now let's cut some hard solder to solder on this new prong that we're gonna make. Put it to the side, and we'll put that with that so we don't lose that stone. All right, catch this on fire too. Come on. There we go, perfect. Now, this is a good way to re-prong, so if you go in and hold your wire like this, then you can just come in, solder it, call it good. Bend that in just a little bit to make it easier. And that's gonna be a perfect size. All right. So you can either grab the solder, I don't want to be too hot. You can either grab the solder and put it onto the ring first where you're going to be adding the prong. Let's add some flux real quick so that way it flows, and then flux to the gold wire that we're going to be using for the prong. And so you could either add the solder to the ring or the solder to the post. And I've found in my years of jewelry repair, it's so much easier just to add it to the prong first and then heat up the ring and have the solder flow to the ring. So with a hot flame, should be pretty quick, and we got it done. All right, that should be perfect. Clean it off in the acid bath. So now we're done with this. So we got a new prong on that one. Nice and solid, so let's cut this off. Cut it a little bit above the others, so that way it gives you some room to cut down. All right. And then straighten this bad boy out. That way you can't tell. So now we have a re-prong. Now we gotta add the tips. So I'm gonna add easy solder to all the tips first. And then I'm gonna place a diamond into the side. And then I'm gonna re-tip the side diamonds and then cut the seat on that one prong. So we can set the main stone back in there. Yeah, we'll do easy solder. And then clean it up and we're good. Alright, so 2 little strands. We're gonna cut this out now. This is a very important part that will make your life 1,000 times easier if you're doing jewelry repair. So it starts with cutting an even piece from your sheet of solder. And once you cut an even piece from your solder, then cut all your retips the exact same size. If you do that, then there's way less cleanup at the very end. So just determine what size of retip you're going to be doing on all of them. And then I just cut and eyeball it, which is really close. Been doing it for a long time, so it's a lot easier. In the beginning, they have devices that you can do to make sure that they're the same size, or you could just buy chip solder as well too. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut some tips for the side diamonds. All right, so let's put that to the side because that's gonna be for the side diamonds. All right, little tiny chips, but you could buy chip solder, and those will all be the same size. And if you're new to jewelry repair, that is going to help you out a bunch, because then there's way less cleanup, you waste less metal. And it helps you out. So looks like we didn't need that chunk. All right, so let's get in here. Now the thing with retipping, a lot of jewelers will say, add flux so that way it flows. But this is the thing, right? Especially if you're doing multiple tips, more than 4. This is really gonna help you out. Pro tip: don't add flux, because if you add flux, it's gonna flow all the way down the prong. And when you're retipping, you just want the metal to stay where it is. So I kind of heat it up. I gotta get a little bit of a hotter flame. Heat it up, and I place it there, and then I can use my pick also too to stop where it flows by the pick absorbing the heat. Okay, so there we go. We got that retipped. And it looks so much cleaner when you do it this way as well too. All right, there we go. This side's gonna be a little pain in the butt. If you don't flip the ring around, then sometimes it makes it a little bit hard. All right, so there's that. Same thing. Cap off where I want it. There we go. That's retipped. And then that way you don't have to adjust the prongs at all whatsoever. You really don't, because they're already cut in the shape that you need it for the stone. You don't have to bend the prongs over, and they got metal on top and also the weak joint, and it's perfect. It's just perfect. All right, so now we're gonna actually just come in on this diamond. I don't want to use easy. I was going to use hard, but we already have these cut, so I'm not going to waste them. And I'm just going to add a little bit. Same thing, I'm not adding any flux to this because I don't want it to flow onto the ring. I just want it to stay kaput in its spot and work as a prong. Or you could call it a bead, but it don't matter. What we're trying to do, come on. I need a little bit of a hotter flame. It's taking way too long. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna push it over to the side just a little bit. Kind of got off center. That's all right. There we go. That's way better. Way, way better. Now it wants to fight me. See, now this is the thing. If we were to use flux, it would have just flowed all the way down instead of keeping it in a ball form. Now we do the acid, do that. Let's dry it off real quick and I'll show you guys. So now we have retips on all of these. We have that ball holding that diamond in now. And we can pull that over with our pliers. Make it a little bit better. There we go. And that's gonna hold it in good. All right, a little bit of pressure there. Perfect. Now let's grab our stone. Double check this real quick. See where we need to cut it. Okay. So now we can see where we need to cut it. So we have that re-prong, we have it re-tipped. We're gonna cut just a little bit below where it sits. And now we can either mark it or we can use Sharpie. It don't matter. And yeah, so I'm gonna mark it right there. If it'll right. I see a little bit of mark, so actually, there we go. That'll be good. Take the stone out. And now we cut the seat. We can now get our handy dandy cutters. So these are heart burrs. This one's a little bit small, so hopefully it don't slip on me, but they're sharp, so it's a lot better. Get a little bit of cutting grease. So first I come in straight, slightly at an angle, just a slight angle. And then cut at a 45. That should be good. Now let's test fit it again. Oh, that's gonna fit perfect. And now we can see after we test fitted it, now we can bend that prong over and it'll be just like all the others. So really, really good. But first, before you do that, you wanna clean up the whole ring. And then also we have a little bit more metal work to do because we have to put a diamond in on the side. And I think this little guy might be, no, too small. Let's see, what about this guy? That might be perfect. Let's check it out. So if we have something that'll fit right here, that'll be even better. Ooh, that fits perfect. All right, so now we have the diamond in the side. So we just have to add a little bit of metal on top right there. All right, let's get this out of the way because we're gonna use the fire again. All right, put our gold away. And we're gonna catch this thing on fire once again. Now, this alcohol is mixed with rat poison and it creates borax. That's really what it is, it's just borax. And that will prevent fire scale, and also it creates a glass coating. Oh, we gotta straighten out that head. And it creates a glass coating also for the stones. So that way the stones and diamonds don't get overheated. You can still overheat it with it, but it'll protect them. And so now all we have to do is add a little bit more metal to one side, and that diamond should be held in there really nice and securely. Remember, no flux. Ooh, that burns. Like right where the flame was. There we go. I'm gonna melt it just a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. That diamond is now secured. Clean it off. Check it. Yeah, that diamond ain't going nowhere. Perfect. Okay. Now is the easy part. All of that was the hard part. Now the easy part is just cleaning it up. So let's get some scrapers or some polishing stuff. Let's see, yeah, we'll grab this wheel. And start polishing all of this. Because once you set the stone in, you can't polish it afterwards. There we go. Nice. And really you're just focusing on the gallery. Polish the gallery, and then you could polish the outside of the ring whenever, after the stone's set. That's not a big deal. And we're gonna come in with this tip, grab some compound, get that inner ring. There we go, nice and polished. Sweet. So after that's taken care of, now there's a little bit of buildup here on this prong that doesn't make it perfect. It does look repaired on that one. So even though we just polished, we're just focusing on the inside of the gallery. We're gonna come in with a sanding drum and smooth that out, and then we'll polish the outside after we set the stones. So we're gonna blend this in. There we go. And it's gonna be extremely hard to tell that this was worked on. You'll still be able to tell just a little bit because it is an old ring. But now, so we blended this, so now it's perfect. Now what we can do is we're gonna get all that black stuff off with the ultrasonic and steamer. Make sure that head is straight. And it's not straight, so let's even it out real quick. There we go. That's a lot better. And then we're gonna clean it up. There we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna clean it up, set the stone, take care of the tip, polish it one more time, make sure all the scratches are out, and then we're done. So that was a really quick and simple job. Well, actually not simple, but quick job. And we got a lot done on it so far. So let me go clean it real quick. So like I said, when you clean the inside, you have to clean the inside first because once you set that stone in, there's no way of getting to it. So let me go steam off the stone. All right. Now, let's set the stone. Perfect. All right. Pull this prong to that side. Okay. Gotta pull these prongs out just a little bit. Just a tad. Perfect, and then that will allow me to bring this prong over. Awesome. And then you can use wood to push that prong into place. Sweet. And then I grab these pliers. Let's see, good evening. What kind of stone is that? It's just aquamarine. So we did a lot of work, rebuilt the prong, re-tipped all these, set a diamond on the side, re-tipped that one, and then re-tipped this diamond over here. So now we can pull this prong on this side over, which is probably going to be the strongest prong out of the whole ring, honestly. Okay. Make sure it's going to lay flat, because this is the time to see if it is going to lay flat or not. Now what we're going to do, actually, because it's not going to lay flat completely, so pull that prong. All right. Let me see. I got a prong puller right here. I think this might still work. We're gonna take the stone out. Come on, there we go, baby. And I'm gonna cut the seat just a little bit more because it's not gonna lay flat and it needs to go a little bit lower. So I wanna get my Big Daddy heartburgers right here. And we're gonna cut that seat just a little bit better. Get some cutting material. Just a little bit more metal needs to come off of this. Perfect. Now that's gonna be all cherry. We're done. We're done. Now let's go steam this off real quick one more time. Thank you very much, Jackie. I appreciate it. Glad to see you again. So now we got all that taken care of. let's do the final check. And now that stone's gonna sit nice and flush once we get that bent over. Sweet. So now we can come in with the wood if you don't want to use pliers. And get that bent over. All right, go. There we go. Sweet sauce. Put a little pressure on the other prongs to bring them over. That stone ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. All right, cool. All right, all the prongs are touching. There's retips on everything. Oh shoot, I was using the wrong pliers, dang. Well, see, that's how good I am. I could use whatever. It doesn't matter. I can't believe I actually pulled that prong with those ones. That is not a prong puller at all whatsoever. I was actually, that's so funny. I was using my half rounds to pull the, man, when you've done something so many times, honestly, it really don't matter what tool you grab, they all work the same. All right, so we're gonna cut the remaining extra gold off of it. So we got the remaining gold off of that. Now we gotta be careful because this is a scratchable stone. So we're not gonna use our metal file like we can do on diamonds. Now that's a trick with diamonds, is they're not gonna mess up your files. So you literally, on the table of the stone, you can just file until it hits the table, and you know every single prong is gonna be the same size. Good to be back. Farming makes my husband and I occupied every day. Glad to see you live stream. Good. I'm glad that you're enjoying farming. It's exciting, especially spending time with animals. And thank you very much. All right. So, I'm trying to see if that's going to be straight enough. If it's not going to be straight enough, then what I'm going to do is pull these prongs out just a little bit. This is kind of a problem I have personally. I'm a perfectionist. I think that's gonna give me the room I need. All right. Yeah. This stone's not cut right necessarily, so I think that's the most level I'm gonna be able to get it a little bit more. All right, so now I have it nice and level as it's gonna get, honestly. So that's good. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna pull that prong. That prong is not touching. And that's why you always check. Always check, always check, always check. Alright, so that prong's now touching and good. Check for, you want to check to see if it's loose at this point. Add a little bit more pressure to this prong. The rattle test. Nada. Perfect. All right, so now let's get our really fine file and even out these prongs so that way it makes it hard. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get a little bit of the back ball off, because then when you polish it, you won't even be able to tell that there's any work. All right, so we got that. All right, sweet. It's gonna be really nice, really nice. Now we can cut the tip of this and make it look like all the other prongs. So these are cup burrs, and the cup burrs are going to round out the flat piece of metal and make it look like a ball. I think that's the perfect size right there. Second from the largest, and I'll show you. Now this is an aquamarine, so we gotta be careful not to really touch it too much, or else we could break it. So get a little bit of cutting. Let's see, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I hope I don't mess it up. But we're cutting that. And now it's a little ball. And I'm gonna go in for professionalism. Okay, sweet. A little bit on that side, and we're done. Now you can't tell. They all look nice and solid. It's re-tipped. We're gonna come in with our extra fine file one more time. Take off some of the sides and the back of that prong. Now you can kind of tell because this one's thicker, but I will show you guys. So this is the prong that I redid. Let's get the light on there. So that's the prong I redid. It looks like the others, just a little bit thicker, more reinforced. And that stone is in there. So now I just gotta polish it and then call it good. So let me go polish that one and this one real quick, and then those two jobs are done. So give me a second to do that. now I can show you. So got that all polished up. No more brakes. You can see the inside. Let's get some light on it. See the inside, you can't really tell. So that one's perfect. Now this one we just did the lobster clasp one. So that's replaced. Polished up to look brand new. And then the one that we just worked on. All nice and shiny, the stones in there. You got the diamonds on the side. All taken care of. Looking perfect. So that's good. Got a little hair right there. Now gotta be careful because this stone can't take heat. Burn that little hair off. With a nail, pull it away. So we got it taken care of. We got V-tips. We got the new prong on there. So there's the new prong. We got the new prong on there. We have the another diamond reset, re-tipped, and then re-tipped on this one, and then re-tip on those three. And that's what we did to this one. Some pretty decent quality diamonds. Some really good jobs. Take care of Buddy, so that way he's not pressured because Miss Michelle, unless we replace Tiny Diamond on the ring, we did so much more work for her for free. So much more work for free. This is the heart, solder 2 brakes, polish, and under the heart polish. Oh, uh-oh. But I read that, see, sometimes I gotta do just a little bit more. Now here's a trick for polishing. Sometimes you don't even have to really polish, you get just a brass brush, because this will do a polish job. Now I don't know what they mean by polish under the ring, because that's extremely hard to do. But get a brass brush in there, and that'll take care of a lot of the stuff. And then you can go in with one of these pointed bits. And that's going to be as polished as it gets. So hopefully she likes that. If not, then tell me to do a better job, and I'll tell them get me different tools. Get me better tools to be able to do it. Because that is extremely hard. I mean, that's pretty much just a plating job at that point, really. Okay. And actually, I'm glad that I did that because I am going to polish the inside of the band a little bit better than what the machine did. Because I personally don't like that. Alright, flip to this side. And let's get inside this band. There we go. That's a lot better. Now let me go clean it off with the ultrasonic one more time. simple, easy stuff, but definitely enough to keep me busy today. But I appreciate you guys being here. Also, look out for a live stream tonight. I'm going to be doing a Bible study, and I don't know what I'm going to read. We might go with some old stuff that we've done, maybe Corinthians, or I don't know, maybe some Revelation. I don't know. It's been a while. Or we might continue with First Kings. But I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you guys later tonight. All right, laters.